There is a moment, subtle, almost invisible, when a person decides that decline is optional, not denial, not delusion, but defiance. A quiet refusal to accept that weakness is the default setting of time, because time does not directly age you. Signals do, chemical signals, metabolic signals, hormonal signals, electrical signals, and those signals are shaped by how you live. Inside your bloodstream right now are messengers carrying instructions, insulin deciding whether to store or burn, cortisol deciding whether to mobilize or conserve, growth hormone deciding whether to rebuild or remain dormant, inflammatory cytokines whispering either repair or deterioration. You are a moving chemical symphony, and aging is what happens when the music loses coherence. For decades, we believed aging was accumulation, damage stacking endlessly like rust on steel, DNA mutations, oxidative stress, telomeres shortening like frayed shoelaces. But deeper research reveals something more nuanced. Damage happens early and often, even in youth. What separates youth from aging is not absence of damage. It is efficiency of repair. When you are young, repair systems are sharp. DNA repair enzymes function quickly. Mitochondria recycle themselves through mitophagy. Antioxidant systems neutralize free radicals efficiently. With age, repair slows. Not because the blueprint vanishes, but because the signals fade. And here is the profound truth. You can amplify repair signals. One of the most powerful amplifiers is intensity. When you push your cardiovascular system to near its limit, when your heart pounds, lungs strain, and muscles flood with lactate, something extraordinary happens beneath the discomfort. Lactate is not waste. It is information. It signals adaptation. High-intensity intervals increase VO2 max, your maximum oxygen utilization. And VO2 max is one of the strongest predictors of longevity ever measured. The higher it is, the lower your risk of mortality, because oxygen delivery determines cellular vitality. Every organ depends on efficient oxygen transport, training your heart to pump stronger, your capillaries to expand, your mitochondria to multiply. This is not vanity training, this is survival conditioning. Resistance training adds another layer. After the age of 30, muscle mass declines steadily if unchallenged. This loss, sarcopenia, predicts frailty, insulin resistance, even cognitive decline. But muscle is adaptive tissue. Lift heavy weight, stimulate mechanoreceptors, activate mTOR locally, increase protein synthesis, preserve fast-twitch fibers that protect against falls and metabolic dysfunction. Muscle improves glucose disposal better than almost any pharmaceutical intervention. Strong legs correlate with strong brains, because metabolic health protects neural tissue. You do not exercise to look younger. You exercise to command your biology. Then comes the metabolic pivot. Most people live in sugar-burning mode constantly. Glucose in, insulin spikes, storage, repeat. Metabolic inflexibility develops. Fat oxidation capacity shrinks. Mitochondria adapt downward. Intermittent fasting interrupts this loop. As glycogen depletes, the body switches fuels. Fatty acids mobilize, ketones form. Ketones are not just backup energy. They alter gene expression. They reduce oxidative stress. They increase mitochondrial efficiency. This metabolic flexibility, the ability to switch between fuels, is a hallmark of youth. Rigid metabolism is aging. Flexible metabolism is resilience. But flexibility requires exposure, periods of low energy, moments of controlled hunger, windows where the body must adapt. Chronic abundance erodes this ability. You are not designed to be constantly fed. You are designed to oscillate. Cold exposure sharpens this adaptability further. When skin meets cold water, blood vessels constrict. Heart rate rises, brown fat activates, norepinephrine surges, mitochondria respond. Energy output increases. Inflammation can decrease over time. The shock is temporary. The adaptation lasts. Heat exposure works through different mechanisms. Sauna elevates heart rate similarly to moderate exercise. Heat shock proteins increase. These proteins repair misfolded cellular structures. They protect against neurodegenerative processes. They enhance cellular survival under stress. Thermal contrast trains vascular responsiveness, elastic arteries, efficient circulation. Longevity loves elasticity. Then there is the nervous system. Chronic psychological stress is silent aging. Persistently elevated cortisol damages hippocampal neurons. It impairs memory formation. It increases abdominal fat deposition. It suppresses immune resilience. Short bursts of stress build strength. Chronic stress corrodes it. Breathing slowly, 6 breaths per minute, increases vagal tone. Higher vagal tone correlates with reduced inflammation, improved cardiovascular function, and greater emotional regulation. Meditation changes brain structure. It thickens regions associated with attention and empathy. It reduces activity in fear circuits. Your thoughts are biochemical events. What you rehearse repeatedly becomes your physiological baseline. Sleep is where adaptation locks in. Deep sleep stages trigger growth hormone release. This hormone stimulates tissue repair, fat metabolism, muscle recovery. During REM sleep, emotional memories are processed and integrated. The glymphatic system clears metabolic waste from the brain. Chronic sleep restriction increases beta amyloid accumulation, reduces insulin sensitivity, elevates inflammatory markers like CRP. Protecting sleep is protecting your brain's future. Circadian rhythm is the backbone. Morning light anchors it, darkness protects it. Late night artificial light delays melatonin. Even small exposures suppress it significantly. Melatonin protects mitochondrial DNA. It is not optional, it is integral. Nutrition quality compounds these effects. Polyphenols in berries, green tea, dark leafy vegetables activate antioxidant pathways. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation and support membrane fluidity. Adequate protein supports muscle preservation, but timing remains critical. Constant grazing prevents metabolic resetting. Even psychological identity shapes biology. If you see yourself as aging, declining, fragile, your behaviors align accordingly. If you see yourself as adaptive, capable, resilient, your actions shift. Behavior drives biology. Belief drives behavior. Purpose extends lifespan measurably. Those with clear goals and meaningful engagement exhibit lower inflammatory markers and improved cardiovascular outcomes. Because purpose fuels movement. Movement fuels adaptation. Adaptation fuels longevity. Longevity is not about avoiding stress. It is about mastering it. Strategic discomfort, intentional challenge, disciplined recovery. Repeat, your ancestors survived because they adapted. You will thrive for the same reason. The difference between aging rapidly and aging powerfully is not genetics alone. It is signaling frequency. How often do you activate repair pathways? How often do you stimulate mitochondrial growth? How often do you enter deep restorative sleep? How often do you step outside comfort? Your biology responds proportionally. You cannot control time, but you can control stimulus, and stimulus determines trajectory. Outrunning your age is not a metaphor. It is measurable. Lower resting heart rate, higher VO2 max, improved insulin sensitivity, lower inflammatory markers, stronger grip strength, sharper cognition. These are quantifiable metrics of biological youth, and they respond to deliberate action, not someday, now. Because the longer you wait, the more signals drift toward decline. But drift is reversible. Cells can regain function. Epigenetic patterns can shift. Mitochondria can multiply. Muscle can rebuild. Inflammation can quiet. The body is astonishingly forgiving when given the right cues. The question is not whether the system works. It does. The question is whether you will work the system, whether you will trade momentary comfort for long-term vitality, whether you will embrace intensity, guard your sleep, respect your circadian rhythm, honor metabolic oscillation, train with purpose, breathe with awareness, connect deeply, live intentionally. Because aging is not the enemy. Inaction is. And the moment you decide to become biologically unstoppable, Your cells begin to reorganize around that decision. You are not meant to fade quietly. You are meant to adapt fiercely, to strengthen deliberately, to age powerfully. The clock is ticking. But you are not powerless against it. You are programmable, dynamic, responsive, and the biology of becoming unstoppable has been inside you all along.